Yo, what it do, y'all? Dwight Mall High School, the home of the Maroon Raiders. This gym is legendary for so many great athletes and so much talent that came through this gym. But today's a little different. It's not just what you did on the court, it's what you're doing for the community and in the school. So this individual that I got with today, he's done laid down the map for a lot of young youth coming out of our community today, man. And I'm gonna sit down with a very special person, not just personally, but very special for our community and the rest of our up-and-coming youth coming through Dwight Mall High School. Stay tuned. It's the voice of the culture, Dwight Mall High School. Yo, what it do, y'all? You know what it is. You back at it again. It's the Round Tables 2025, and I'm back with a blessing, man. You know, it's a new year, and I got some new faces, man. But this brother today, man, a.k.a. my neighbor, inside joke, if y'all don't know.
All day.
Man, this young individual, man, has led a lot of young individuals, young teenagers, and up-and-coming kids in our Inglewood community, especially here at Dwight Mall High School, to be great. And I watched him do some great, amazing things. He's been a blessing to me personally with assisting me and mines, you know what I'm saying, when I first got Shamik out here. So it's only right, man. I'm back at the home, man. I'm at home. I'm in Dwight Mall. Y'all saw me on the field, but now we in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And this place for him, man, is basically, man, his sanctuary. And we gonna dive right into it, man. Welcome to the Round Table, my man, Coach.
What's up, neighbor?
What's going on, baby?
Nah, man, just glad to be here, you know?
Yo, I gotta be honest, man. When I first thought about it, I'm always sitting back on my shit thinking, who's next? What's the next move? And I don't know what it was, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think I seen your timeline. You said something about some shit, about sports, and then the light went off right there.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I gotta go get Neighbor.
Yeah.
I said, I gotta go get Neighbor, man. You know what I mean? He deserves it. Not saying that nobody don't deserve to be up here, because my platform is for everybody, so please don't get it twisted. But I like to shine a light on people that's special.
Yeah.
That's doing things that a lot of people maybe they not understand, you know what I'm saying? I feel like their story's important, so
Yeah.
I feel like me personally, I don't even know your whole story. And being that I admire you, man, I respect you, and I'm so grateful for you, because what you did for me personally when I got shy up here, you was definitely the first person that really helped me into that, direction when he got into school, man. But let's talk about it, man, the journey, man.
The journey is not one that I would say you follow, because I know to be a coach, most coaches that coach usually end up under a coach when they get their turn. I didn't have that path. At first, I didn't even want to get into coaching. I wanted to be a sports writer. So,
but you also an athlete.
Yeah. So, as time goes on, your playing days is over.
What was your first love?
Baseball.
Okay.
Without a doubt, I wanted to be Derek Jeter. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Okay.
Shortstop was my position. I moved to second base, but I wanted to be Derek Jeter.
And you played for Dwight Mall?
No, actually, I went to Paramus Catholic.
Okay.
I went to Paramus Catholic, yeah, so I'm a paladin at heart as well, too.
Okay.
But my heart is still with the city, because I always wanted to give back, figure out a way I can give back and get back into the community, because my mom, most people know, she was the cheer director for the rec for about 30 years.
Right.
From 3rd grade up until 8th grade. So I always got that itch, and seeing how she did things and how she used to get people to come back and help out, whether it was past cheerleaders or friends and family members that always just wanted to help out. So I wanted to give back too. Also, my dad, they both graduated here, but my dad, people know, like, he's like a legend here.
Right.
So
Facts.
I joke around with some of my family members or whatever, like my cousin Tyrell, his dad is Bernard Bell and all that. We joke around, we say we legacy kids.
Y'all are, though.
So, like, we make a joke out of it, but we know what the pressure that comes with it. And it's just a blessing, like we get the chance to give back and make something, like you said, with the kids, and try to, sometimes you got to see and hear the story from somebody that's from here.
Right.
So it helps out. It goes a long way as far as the teaching. I try to teach my players not just on the court, but also in life off the court as well, because it's going to go fast. High school's only 4 years. The adult life, it goes on from 18 into the rest of your life. So it goes fast. I try to tell them. I have past players coming back to me and tell me, like, you was right. By the time they hit 25, 26, they like, yo, you was 100% right, coach. So, like, I just try to give that out.
But when you go home at night, having the opportunity to see past kids come back to you and not talk about sports, but just talk about life. Like, coach, like you just said, coach, you was right. Like, life is life.
Yeah.
You gotta, you know what I'm saying, kind of go home with that feeling like, you know what, I made an impact.
You know what's so crazy? I never really thought about the impact. I just try to go day by day life. Whoever needs help, I'm try to be there. Like, if you can help somebody, why wouldn't you help somebody? So that's the way I look at it. Is
But you're not just helping somebody though, champ. You're also helping a young adult become an adult.
Yeah.
You're like the second parent.
yeah,
You're literally the second
Yeah.
parent, bro. As a coach, you take on a responsibility because you're not just gonna teach the hardwood floor, you're teaching life.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
become that second parent. So, and you not having any of your own, that's why I say it's impactful.
Yeah.
Because you're touching so many. Every year you got a new circle coming in.
Yeah. Yeah. It changes. It changes real
changes.
fast. It changes real fast.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see that change within the young ladies because you let everybody know you're coaching.
Coach the girls. Yeah.
Right.
I coach all kids, but majority right now is
Right, you're
is girls
coaching the young
basketball.
ladies. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's like, sit back and think about, I'm coaching, I coach, and I'm gonna just throw a name. We not throwing names, but I'm just gonna put a name. I just say you're coaching Sharon. She was a freshman. Now you got her as a senior, and you watch the growth of her from the freshman.
And that's probably the most satisfying part is, one, when your kid finally picks a school. When they pick a school, like you feel accomplished, whether they're going to play basketball in college or not, just academically, it's just that they're continuing their journey. So that's
the impact.
That's a great feeling in itself. Two, I would say what they learn from as a freshman to a senior, and they know how we want to do things in here, how we want to keep the program going, how we want to build each other up.
Watching them lead the other ones coming up.
I was getting to my third thing, is the incoming freshmen and new players to the program that they already know what's instilled, and they give that to the next group. So like, I'm real big on family. I'm real big on family. If people come to the games and stuff, well, we break the huddle. It's 1, 2, 3 Raiders, 4, 5, 6 family. Like I try to keep it family based as much as I can, because everybody, like people know around here, everybody's story is different. Everybody's household bringing up is different. So I try to be incorporated into one. Like let you know, like even if you may be having family problems somewhere else, this family problem's not here.
This is a family
It's not
here.
here. If you have any problems, come and talk. We can figure it out. And if I gotta get somebody else on board, or if they need help getting a job or come reach out to you or reach out to people I know that's in that field that can help out. So I just try to give and help them with the chances that normally we didn't have.
Right.
So
and have somebody that's also relatable.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing too. As I said and I watched you over the years, you know, I came to you when I got shot.
Yeah. Right at that barbershop. I remember it.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember it. Before he even got here, you put it in the ear.
You know what I mean? I put it in your ear just because I knew, and then I also knew he could have somebody he can relate to.
Yeah.
And that bond, and I knew you was serious, you know what I mean? And I knew you was gonna give it to him raw.
Yeah.
Because sometimes these kids, as a parent, I could tell them, yo, don't go over there and do that. But it's different when
they gotta hear from somebody else.
Okay, it's just not my dad telling me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, which we learned that way too.
That's what I'm trying to say,
up.
right?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
perfect. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you giving them that gives that extra. Okay, my mom. Oh, I get it now. It ain't just that. You know what I'm saying? But let's really go take it back to, like you said, you know, it was baseball, but you went to school to be a journalist for sports.
Yeah, my love for sports started early. It's funny because my dad, he used to work, and he'll get off around like midnight. And he'll come home and wake me up, and first thing we do is watch SportsCenter. It doesn't matter what time it was on, we'll watch SportsCenter, and then we'll go out, and he'll be like, you got a game in 30 minutes, go get dressed. So I go put on my baseball stuff, we'll go outside and play catch, and I hit the ball and all that. So honestly, I thought I was going to the major league. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was really, really set on that. Like, my friends were playing football and basketball. It was all baseball, camps, leagues, you name it, I was in it. So that's my first love, but I love sports in general. Myself, I'm from a basketball family, so me playing basketball was gonna happen at some point.
But it bugged me out that baseball was your choice because a lot of us brothers don't really play baseball.
It's not, but it's funny because
Yo, bro, my era growing up, I can't tell you 3 cats, black community. I had other, groups of friends. Yo, I'm going to play baseball.
But you know what? You say that because the ones that play baseball, regardless if it was 80s, 90s, early 2000s, we all have our own little group. So like Ainsworth, I remember watching Ainsworth. He used to play with my cousin. I remember I used to have talks with Eddie Maxwell. He was a baseball player growing up.
Was.
I coached his daughter. I coached all his kids. All 3 of his
G
daughters.
played baseball.
G played baseball.
Riel played baseball. Coley played baseball.
This is how I started.
But they played at that pee-wee.
But this is how I started, like, getting to know everybody.
The baseball
as well.
community.
It was the baseball. It was we were like our own
community.
One. So like it was funny because they used to come to my games and Mr. Ellaby, God rest his soul. Like I used to see him when I used to go get the breakfast in the morning, and he used to call me Little Jeter and be like, "You got a game today?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Him and his wife, they would be there. So like, it was just he was a baseball player. He used to tell me. So it was just like. It was just fun. It was just fun.
It was your own passion. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you chose. Ain't nobody taking away from who you are.
And I love it. I still love it. I still love it because I coach softball with a good friend of mine, John LaRusso, who's here. He works here as well. So we have the softball program here as well. So I'm still not officially away from it, but
it's still in your blood.
I'm still around. Yeah, we still playing the Inglewood Day. I still play in those games every year when that comes around in July. So I still have the love and passion for it as well.
But you went to college for journalism.
Yeah, I want to be a sports writer. I want to figure out a way to keep up with sports. So
I don't know too many brothers that wanted to be sports writers.
It's not too many. It's not too many. But
who has those conversations at in the cafeteria? Yo, I'm gonna go to. You know what I'm saying? We not having those I'm gonna keep it real just from my era. I'm not saying that we didn't, we loved it, but no one thinks about going to school, and I'm gonna look into the camera and say to be a sports writer.
Yeah.
And shout out to a young man, you know what I mean? A young man named Rob, Naquan's people's Uzi son. He's a sports writer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I forgot it. I can't say your name. I forgot your name off the top, man. But he's a sports writer. I follow him on Instagram, and I saluted that like that's dope because I know he played football at Connecticut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually want to get back into.
But we don't see that. So what made you go to say I'm gonna take that route even with school?
I'm gonna be real with you.
Instead of being a part of being a assistant coach or being the book guy, like you wanted to be the writer.
So what happened was when I was at William Patterson, it was like I kept taking classes, getting the credits. So going to talk to the advisor. It was like how can I get you out of here?
Now let's hold up. You went to Dell State first.
Yeah, my first year.
Now did you start that down there? Was that something?
It was business.
Okay.
It was business. I actually went to be an accountant because I'm good with math. I like the numbers. So I went to be an accountant, like to come back and help out around here, people with taxes and all that other stuff who don't have the help, or you don't have to go to somebody that's going to you got to overpay to get some taxes back. So it was on that front, and just one day just realized like my love for sports is bigger than everything. So once I transferred, I started taking more classes in the communications field because I switched my major from business to communications, and more stuff that I started taking classes like TV news and marketing and all this other stuff. And the one thing that stood out to me was it was a sports writing class.
Wow.
So like it kind of teaches you how to, each sport has their own terminology. So you have to learn how to write as in the sport.
In their language.
So
you got to speak their language.
So literally like I used to do the soccer game. So you go to the soccer game and it was pass here, goal in the 46th minute from such and such. So you got to put that in the article as far as person in basketball had 24 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists. Like it's a whole different
their language.
It's a different thing. Even with the soccer thing is he got a yellow card on the 39th minute. He got a red card. He got kicked out in the 80-something minute.
Is that important to know?
Great. It's you're telling the game. You're basically writing, but you're retelling the game through your words.
Basically, you're a sports announcer without the television.
Yeah, my mom would definitely have something to say about that. Yeah, she definitely felt like I was like we joke about it now because she thinks like she's like, you supposed to be on TV or Sports Center or somewhere around here doing the thing, and I was just like I think my calling was to come back home. I think that was the reason that she sent me to Paramus Catholic. Her and my dad sent me to Paramus Catholic, and I ventured out to eventually come back home. So what I learned from out there, I tried to bring it back here. Because first thing I learned when I was in high school was the diversity. I've never seen that many. Usually, it's just here in Inglewood is black and Spanish. You go to
And a
PC,
small group of
you go to PC, you still see your black, you see your Spanish, but you got your white kids, you have the Asian kids, you have kids
different communities
from everywhere of all of the countries. It doesn't matter. Like even like some of the white kids, you got the Italians, you got the Polish, you got
Jewish kids.
Ukraine, you got it's everywhere. It's so diverse. So you learn so many things from so many people. So like that's what I was most grateful for going there. Of course, everybody wants to come to Dwight Mall if you live in the town, but that just wasn't the plan.
I mean, that's a mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mentality. You also, nothing to take away from these hollow walls. Let's get it twisted. I love Dwight. You know what I mean? I got a generation. My sister graduated from here. My niece graduated from here. Naquan came here.
Yeah.
Shamik graduated from here. The Thomas family graduated from here. You know what I'm saying? But the opportunity to expose you, see more than just what you saw here was a blessing because it gave you the opportunity to also work with other ethnic groups.
Yeah. That's why I can adapt to pretty much anything.
You were working with the Jewish kids too.
Yeah, I was working at the after school up there, the Mariah School. And that thing you learn a lot up there too. You learn is what the kids want. So literally up there it would be, they didn't have anything set. Their budget for was whatever the majority of the vote of the kids wanted to do.
What made you want to get involved with that group?
Because I was working at the rec. So my first job was at the rec at like 16. I've been working like
You've been in the rec your whole career. Let's just be clear.
I joke around, like even when I put on my resume, I put like 2005 to present. Even if I don't work there for a couple of years, I'm always doing something. I always come back to do something
at the rec.
With the rec. So if they ask me to do something, or run a clinic, or come after school, and if they had an after school program, then come in there for about an hour and help with the kids in there, I would do it. So it was just, like I said, always trying to find a way to give back. Like, because I feel like even growing up for both of us, even though we're in two different timelines or whatever, it was always something to do. There was always something to do. There was always a program. There was always something for the kids to go to, whether it was after school or summertime or planning a trip or something. There was always something. So I just felt like I want to be a part of that. So that's how I kind of look at it. So
now you're in Willie P. You taking your classes. You doing your thing. You graduate from Willie P.
Yeah.
That's dope. Congratulations.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see another brother get that college degree. That's dope.
It was rough, but
it don't matter.
The village is strong.
Yo, without no struggle, there's no progress.
There it is.
That's all.
And that's why I didn't give up.
You know what I'm saying? It's snowing today, but it's cleared up.
Yeah.
When I looked out the window, I said, damn, did it cleared up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's life. And I salute you for that, man. And I'm proud to see that once again, another one of us doing what we need to do in the village to support you, because I know your village personally, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now we get out of college. Where's your mind at?
What's
Smoke going to do?
That probably was the hardest part, because out of college it was the communications degree in journalism. At this time, the print writing is on its way out. It's more into the blogs and the stuff and online stuff that's coming to take over a little bit.
When you graduated?
I finished in fall 2013, but we walked in spring of 14. So
shout out to that class. That's why I asked that.
Yeah,
shout out to that class.
It's a good class. Yeah, I got to graduate with my cousin I grew up with, so that's even better. Like, so
that's more.
Literally,
that's the barbecue. The barbecue was sick.
Like literally, that's my brother. Like, from the time we're 3 months apart. So like it was just
that was God's
That was
plan.
my roommate. Everything. You couldn't tell me at one point in our lives you wouldn't see one without the other. So that's my brother. So it was great. It was great. I was still working while I was in William Patterson, I was working at the Boys and Girls Club in Clifton. And like, not knowing how it was going to go, and I start watching people, and then they have leagues and they do this, the men's league and everything. They start asking me to stay late to help out with this program and help out with this program. So I'm becoming a sponge and trying to learn. So then it hits me like this the same thing that's happening here, why can't it happen back at home? But also it comes to realize there's more people that's involved. So like you gotta get people involved, and I feel like I am a leader, so I feel like if I can do this, I can get people to come and help.
That's a fact, though.
So if I could do this and I could bring this to the rec and to the city and we can get this going, then I'll do whatever it is I need to do. So, and then, G&JP had the summer league they brought that back. They brought back the men's league and everything. So I ended up doing the interviews. I used to do the clock. And then I ended up doing the interviews for the play of the game after the game.
Come on, I was there for up to. I was there.
So I was doing that to build up my resume portfolio as well into the sports world. So
plus that was already your arena.
Yeah, so it came natural.
But on the low, I'm gonna say something to the audience. I'm gonna say this. I never knew that you did all that shit in school. I just was like, yo, that's Milt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I knew, the barbershop uptown was like, yo, come on, it was our. That was our sanctuary.
Yes,
you know what I mean? We always
even
loved.
If you wasn't getting the cut, you would go there.
Right. You eat there. You chill there. You got knowledge and wisdom there. You learn.
You needed to waste some time.
Right.
You go right in there.
So the whole time, I never knew that was your field. I just knew you loved sports.
Yeah.
But that on the low, that was in your whole back pocket the whole time, and that's fire, yo. To know that almost 20, 15 years later, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Because that lets you know that I was paying attention then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay. And like you said, you being involved with the rec, it does bring the help because the first thing we say in our community is word of mouth. You know Milt there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing.
Yeah.
I got somebody. I know who to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate that. I really do because it's like, I don't do it for praise.
Nah,
I don't do it for praise.
I don't know how anybody. I don't think nobody takes that.
Yeah,
I think everybody knows, bro. That love is there.
Yeah.
I watched your whole journey, bro.
It's
You know what I'm
natural.
saying? That passion from you working in, I didn't know you work in Clifton. Another group of, diverse individuals to doing the Jewish kids, to coming right back here and to be coaching young ladies.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then after the Clifton thing, after working at Boys and Girls Club in Clifton, I came back and started working in the district. So I pretty worked in every school, Quarles, McLeod, Greco, middle school, high school. I worked everywhere. So I ended up finding a home in the middle school because of Mr. Thomas.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. He helped me. He's helped me a lot. He still continues to help me.
We got to put that together too, Mr. Thomas, for real.
He still continues to help me.
I need you, Playboy.
So just around, I'm working in classrooms of one-to-one aid, going to the gym, talking to Ozzy, Ozzy comes to me and is talking about, you want to get into coaching? I have an AAU program. He gives me a team. No background, no nothing, anything, gives me a team. It works out well. I've been with him a couple of years. Fast forward to back at the middle school, season's about to start, there's no girls coach. So gym teacher approaches me. It was like, do you have 60 credits? And I said, I have my whole degree. He was like, great, apply for this position. We got to do emergency board meeting that you get approved. And I got the girls job. The prior year to me getting the girls job, they were like 2-14. And I went to a couple of games. I just said if I got a chance, I could feel like I could turn this around. Fast forward the next year, we go 14-2.
Wow.
Or we went 14-3. That's what we went. We went 14-3 with the same exact team. Same exact team that was there. And from there, I go to the Dwight Mall football game. At the AD at the time, he goes, you should apply for the girls job. Him not knowing, I already applied a week ago. So him not knowing, I already applied a week ago. And at first, they was a little hesitant because of my age. At that time, I was thinking like 27, 28. And then I got the job, and it's been up since then. Now it's like, now I got the job. Now it's like, what's the next thing? I know everybody here, they want to win. They want the banners and everything. But sometimes we got to get back to the basics of teaching. Sometimes we got to get back to having things with the rec in the city, helping out, combined, because that was the main thing back then. It was you did something, but you was involved. You had multiple things that you wanted to do within the city. Like, let's say my mom had 70 cheerleaders. About 15 or 20 of those girls, after football season is over and they're cheering, they go play basketball. So it's like, it's talent everywhere. You just don't have to just stop yourself because they don't play ball, they cheer, whatever. You don't know where you're gonna get it from. So like, that's how I approach this here when I'm here now. Like,
how many years has it been?
It's been 7.
The God Hour.
It's been 7.
The God Hour.
It's been 7. It's going
Congratulations,
fast.
King.
Thank you.
Damn, that's dope,
It's going
bro.
fast. It's going fast.
7.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
It's going fast too. So, and like I'm blessed for it. Like I appreciate the people that
You've seen a lot of kids come through here in 7 years.
Yeah, and it's funny that I have a lot of kids coming back now, especially my first 2 years. They've been coming back and been, like, even reaching out to them, like, yo, got the clinic going. I have a clinic going as well from the third to fifth, 6th to 8th that I got through the rec in the city, which I'm looking like I'm trying to start back up and evolve. So that's why I said, like, once I got this job, it's like I want to evolve more. You got to get more in tune back to the city and the community and everything. So with the younger ones, you start a feeder program. Most of these towns around here, they have a feeder program for the little ones to get them better. And by the time they get to high school, it's no problem. We're the only town that doesn't have a feeder program. Teaneck, Hackensack, Tenafly, Riverdale, everywhere has something for the kids to help get better.
Now explain that program for those who don't know what that is.
A feeder program is basically you have.
Like, what's the age group?
I go by grades.
Okay.
I go by grades. So I do 3rd to 5th grade. I usually have 2 sessions, 3rd to 5th grade, 6th to 8th grade.
Okay.
So 3rd grade, 5th grade, they come in first, and then after the 6th to 8th grade comes in after. And what I try to do is put everybody together because my girls that I have up here, I bring them down to help out. So now the future is with the present. So also that's another way for me because, high school you got to do your community service hours as well. So that helps out, but also it gets that bond. So you'll have a 3rd and 4th or 5th grader connect with my starting point guard or my starting shooting guard up here. So then they come into the games and they're happy, or they might see them on the Ave, and you know how that goes. But that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. So the plan,
fire.
so that's exactly what I envisioned when I was putting this together. So now I'm saying I want to expand on it. Now it's going from not just the clinics no more. I want to do an in-town league. From an in-town league, I want to do a travel team. And then from there, I want to do like a league that's here that we run, that we invite the other towns, the Tenaflies, the Oradales, the Cliffside Parks, the Fort Lees as well. So just keep everybody busy, keep the city busy, keep the community busy.
Just keep it going.
Keep it going. So the more we do, the better it is.
And the more that, these kids are seeing, these kids that's in the elementaries and the middle school are still contacting the high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They still involved, they see that. And that's how, I didn't realize, being out the loop, you don't realize that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me growing up, when I played for Mr. Majors, God bless, and Coach Herring, God bless.
Oh, that's my guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Right
there. That's, for us, they used to, bring us to the high school games.
Yeah.
The Pee Wee football team. So they can be involved and, see, even when we played basketball, shout out to Coach Hampton, and I forgot the other guy. That was when you brought about the travel, I thought about that. We traveled.
Yeah.
We used to go to Clifton and play ball on the carpet.
We used to play in Whippany. And we had 2 boys teams. It was Coach Mike Canty. I was on his team, and then JP had a team.
Right.
So it was like we had that many kids, so it was just like, if you didn't make it in one squad, you go play on another squad, or whoever picked you was here, you just needed players to come play. That's what it was. So it was like, that's why I said it was always something out here. It's like nothing out here now.
Yeah, and that's crazy. It's real.
Which is scary in a sense, because now that gets the kids involved in things that they shouldn't be getting involved in.
Too much idle time, period, especially the way life is with social media and just taking away and being captivated by everything else instead of be captivated so they can learn something.
When we was growing up, our days were pretty much after school, you wasn't getting home till about 7, 8, with everything you had to
And
do.
it was an all-year thing, because after football, we went straight to basketball.
Yeah.
And then there were the other kids that went straight, those that didn't play basketball, played baseball.
Yeah, I played football up until 8th grade.
Right, that was automatic.
It was like everybody played rec
Yeah,
football.
you know what I mean? Okay, G, you didn't play football, but he played basketball.
basketball.
But me and VO didn't play football. You know what I'm saying? But he played basketball. But me, JP, Mark Stevens, Chris Hewitt, all of Stacy Petty, we all just went over. It was like you didn't even have to fill out the papers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The papers was already in the rec system. Okay, we just signed your name. Your parents' signature was already good. You went right into it.
Right, there was no breaks all year round. You didn't have a break. You might have had a break maybe in July, August. You might take a little family vacation here and there, but
and you didn't want to do that because you were so involved. You didn't want to miss nothing.
You were scared you was gonna miss something, or lose your spot right away. And
that's real talk. That's crazy.
So that was the mindset I always had, and I said that's the one thing I seen missing the most in this town, and the last 7, 10 years. It's been quietly going unnoticed, because I feel like if the parents don't, all parents used to be on the same page, whether your son or daughter was participating in the sport or not. It was, we're looking out for the town. Now it's like, if it don't involve my kid, I don't care about it. That's how it kind of comes off as. So I'm just trying to get back to that, trying to get back to how it was. I know everything is different, the city's different, the town, but the one thing that remains the same here is still kids here. It's still people here that
still Inglewood,
that care about the city, that want to do right, that want to see the change. So they're out there. A lot of them, I would say they're hiding because they don't either know how to politic it the right way, or people not giving them the chance to see how great they can be. So that's why I wanted to do it, because I felt like if I wanted to bring something in, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right. I feel like nowadays it's a little different too with the parents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a big difference.
It's not now, and I'm saying this on my end. I'm gonna keep it buck. Shout out to my parents. I love them to death. They'll shout out to them. My parents wasn't really at my games. I wasn't, and I say this, please, I need everybody to understand that. It wasn't, I only played football because I didn't want to go to church on Sunday. But I was nice in football. So my parents would say, oh, wait, the reason why they let me play because they knew I loved the game.
Yeah.
But they wasn't going to miss church because of their involvement, what they did. And I never sweated that. But they would come to the basketball games, and they would get involved with some of the coaches. Parents didn't mind getting involved with the coaches. This day and time, I think it's a lot of pride. Sometimes the coaches is the same age as the parents.
Or you got some parents living through their kids.
Yo, I was getting at that next.
They didn't make it, or they made a couple of mistakes, and now
they want to. And some of these kids don't really want to do it.
No, or some of they play, or you got some kids that just don't want to go home, so they sign up for
right
something.
To stay busy.
So they sign. So that's happened multiple times, and throughout coaching.
It's been happening over every time. I think that's just every era.
I've had a girl when she first came. She's a senior now, and I tell this story a lot because it's good to know. So even if you doing something that you don't intend on necessarily
making a career
you still got to come in and put the work in and everything. So when she was a freshman, she came to me and she said, I'm going to play, but I don't care if I play or not. I really need this to put on my college resume when it's time to start doing college. Now, she's a freshman already thinking about college.
How many freshmen?
It's rare.
Thank you.
So she keeps putting in the work. When she first started, she couldn't dribble. She couldn't do a layup. She couldn't do anything. Now she's a captain. She's a captain. She's a senior captain. We joke around, and the ones that's around, we joke, she's the coach on the floor. She's not the most athletic person at all. She's not going to score 10 points or whatever, but she does every single thing that, as a coach, we ask for.
She's still a leader. She's still a leader in her own way.
She can set the pick perfectly. She boxes out. She knows when to throw a bounce pass, a chest pass. But my thing is, I just told her, I have no problem you doing that, but you got to work hard on the court. If we're going to run suicides and 17s and we do this, I want you to go all out. If not, then I don't think this is it for you. She took that going. She kept coming back every year. And I was like, you didn't have to come back because you could have went and tried to put another thing on your resume as
Or
well.
could have did something that was easier.
Much easier. She just was like.
That you love.
She loves the challenge. She loves how I hold her accountable for this. And she loves the family aspect of the team. So I was like, all right, keep coming back. And she just keep getting better to the point that last year it was like, I can't keep her off the floor. I got to find minutes for her. So now you went from that to now you playing heavy minutes to now you're a starter. So like that's how I look at it. And
That's the impact.
And I tell anybody that like you can come in here, you have your own reasons, but once you step on the floor, you got to put that work in. Regardless if you're going to do this later on in life, you got to put that work in. It's going to go a long way, not just here, but off the court as well.
Right, because really, just because you're not using the basketball as your way out, what you put into it is teaching you how you challenge everything else in life.
Yeah.
It's the work ethic. So you automatically, if I did that, I wasn't even nice. I know when I go over here and do that, I already know what to do.
Yep.
It's not a struggle. You just, okay, switch from one like we did. You can roll over.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, bro, that's the impact of what you're doing to these young ladies and these kids as well, because you seeing that as a father, you're really the father figure, regardless if you want to say it, not saying that you're striving to be. You're watching growth, bro.
Yeah.
But you're not at home with them every day, but this is your home.
Yeah.
Wake up every morning. You've watched Shamik from middle school
maybe seventh
to
grade
the day he graduated.
And I gave him that big old hug. I made sure
on.
I found him. He told me, he's like, you going to be there? I said, I would miss it. Why would I miss it?
You don't even know what that meant for me as a father.
But,
not the fact that you were my man, but what it meant for me, because he wanted to prove to you. So it was like why for me it was impactful.
Yeah. But also, I say, you my neighbor and everything, but I knew we had talks before, but I knew this talk was different. Just the approach and everything with it. It was like, one, I don't trust people with my family or my kids, period. You're one of these people that I trust with. Help me out. If I be my eyes and ears when I'm not there.
Right, and
I know you're going to tell it straight.
Right.
Regardless of what he say, I know you're going to tell it straight. You're going to take his side and not take his side, right it. Right. I live in it's not a black and white. I live in a right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right, and I knew that. And I felt secure about that. And I knew no matter what, if you saw him out of line, yo, my man, what are you doing, bro?
Easily.
And
to the point I don't even got to call you.
Right. That ain't even a point. I ain't even thinking about that. He ain't even gonna tell me. He might not even tell me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. You didn't just come and go. You really building your legacy.
Yeah.
That was already here. You really another generation of what your family has been producing. From your mother being at the rec, to your father, to your cousins.
Yeah.
Like, you just keep building more and more banners for your family, bro. You know what I'm saying? In a way that so unique, like we was talking off camera, talking about the Nick Sabans and the Kyler Perry. They're relatable to these kids. You're relatable to these kids.
Yeah.
And they can see you at any given moment.
Yeah.
How is that sometimes for you? You know what I mean? Because you still got life outside of being, walking on water. Because you got to walk on water with these kids because, at the end of the day, you got to watch everything the way things is now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be somewhat.
It can become a challenge.
At times.
It could become a challenge.
Within your personal life. You know what I'm saying?
But it's good, though, because now it's like, it's a comfortability that you feel comfortable coming to me when things aren't right. That you feel like I could help either fix it or put you in the right path to fix it by yourself.
Right.
So sometimes I give them that challenge like, yo, you got to fix this on your own. What you going to do to fix it? Or you might get a challenge from a teacher in the school that's looking to push your buttons. And then they could be like, I'm the adult, you the student, so you did it. That's not always true. Sometimes you gotta play the game. The life itself is a game. So you gotta play the game itself. So I tell them, like, we give our little pre-meetings with them. I'm like, yo, play the game. If they saying this, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, okay, well, if it's that much of a problem, you reach out to me or reach out to your parents. And if it's that much of a problem, then go to an administrator. Like, but you gotta handle things on your own sometimes. Yeah, like I can only give you so much advice because everybody's path is different as well. So I can only give you so much advice. It's up to you to take what I'm.
And you're still a man.
So what I'm saying to you, I'm just trying to get you to do what you need to do to make yourself better. Not
Right.
me. I've been through that already. I don't have to go back to school. I don't have to deal with teachers no more. I deal with teachers because of my players.
Right.
Or it might be a student that I've been looking after, like I was looking after Sean Meek or whatever. He's never played for me, but I go talk to a teacher because to set things right. What does he need to do? What do the girls need to do to get things right? You know, so that's why I say it's the challenge sometimes, because you know, and also you don't want to overstep your boundaries or something as far as what a parent might say to them. Because not all the times you're in connection with the parent when the parent's telling the kid something and then you telling something that might contradict something. So you kind of want to be on the same page as the parents as well while still trying to help out. So I always try to, if I see a parent, I always try to see them, talk to them, and let them know what's going on, especially the ones that may not come to games because they got to work or
Right.
take care of whatever business they got to take care of. So just let them know what's going on or something. Or I might have a parent come and talk to me like, yo, my kid really values what you say or looks up to you without them telling you. So can you just like, you know, go talk to them a little bit and try to pick their head and see where they at, or try to get them back on the right path that they've been slowly getting off because of here and there. But they might not tell me the situation, but they might feel comfortable telling you the situation. Right. So that it comes with challenges, but I feel like
you the perfect fit.
That's what I feel like. I feel like if it wasn't for me, then I wouldn't be here. So I take that with pride as well. So because like I said, I just want to help out. I want to help out, especially around this place that is not much help.
That's real.
So that's why I try to take into it.
And leadership too, because like you said, we talked about this earlier. A lot of the parents are trying to live their dreams through the kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember I told, I remember when they played, I was like, yo, do you? And everybody used to say, yo, your pops, why you play basketball? Your pops played basketball.
Well, so now you say that, that's the reason why my pops taught me baseball instead of basketball. Because he didn't want that. Oh, you need to be like your pops. And he didn't want that for me. He wanted me to have my own lane. So baseball was the lane. And then it just so happened I fell in love with it and it kept going. But also, I started loving basketball once I hear more stories about him, or when I'm younger, after we train for baseball, we go Dury Park. That was our park. It was
Right.
Dury Park before they, made it Greco. We used to go to Dury Park and play because he'll go work out at the track, and then we'll work out baseball, and then he'll go play basketball. He'll see some younger cats and stuff, and they'll be talking to him. He'll go pop the trunk and bring out his sneakers, and then like the first time I seen my dad dunk, he was like in his 40s. He wasn't playing no more, so I'm like, he's still getting up like this.
He still had the love of the game.
So it's like, so now it's coming to like, dang, all them stories I'm hearing is definitely true.
Right.
So when you hearing stories from Coach Akridge, Coach Mack, Coach Monroe, you start hearing from all of them that's been around,
Right.
pioneers that's been
Legends.
around. So you like, all right, I kind of want to be like that.
I want to be like my dad.
So
Honestly, yes, I want to be like
getting
my
into
dad.
basketball.
Right.
So like thinking that, he's like, man, baseball is still it for you. But if you want to play basketball, I can help you with this too. So like, even now I still talk to him, and I sometimes like I call him and try to figure it out. Like, sometimes I get stuck.
Yo.
So, I gotta talk to somebody that can relate, so I'll call him, we'll be on the phone for a few minutes. I might go to Chaz's crib, go to my cousin's crib, and he helps me out as well. So it's a lot. I have a whole village. I got a couple of group chats I'm in that try to put things together that try to help me out, because at the end of the day I might have all this and I got to give out to them and help out, but at the end of the day I still need help as well.
That's what I was about to say, because it's like you plastic man on the low.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying? You everywhere, but then where are you? Because at the end of it all, bro, there's something. It's funny, like you just said. You call your father and talk to him. 2 days ago, I picked up the phone. I called my pops.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my pops for 8 minutes, bro, and it changed my whole day.
Yeah.
Be needing that help. You just be needing that word. And then he sent me a text. You know what I'm saying? And the text was right on point. So it's so funny that you say that, because you just be needing
Yeah, just reassurance sometimes.
Right, that maybe I ain't bugging, I ain't overthinking, and I'm not tripping, but I also need to hear from somebody that's gonna tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Because a lot of cats will tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah, and I don't hang around them.
You know what I'm saying?
Even pops, family, like everybody I hang out with, we tell each other what it is.
It's raw.
We have to.
You know what I'm saying? It's raw.
Nobody can get better if somebody's lying to you. It doesn't help you in the long run. It doesn't help anybody.
Nah, it just makes things worse because now you taking that, what you know, you even thinking it's just like, I know this really ain't.
It ain't right.
But they told me, nah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta still find peace within yourself because at the end of the day, man, if you ain't at peace, you can't lead nobody.
Exactly, yeah.
You know
so I try not to bring it's hard, but it's a true statement. Like when you're a leader, you can never have a bad day in front of somebody. Because
say that again in front of the camera.
Like
man.
when you're a leader, you can never have a bad day in front of somebody because you never know who's watching. You never know who really takes into what you're really saying, whether they tell you or not. So I try to not have my bad days. Like the girls over there, they'll tell you they get yelled at and all that, but that's not the main goal to come in here and yell. It's not. It's just I want so much from them that they don't even know like how much I believe in them that I want that sometimes it deteriorates from what we're really doing here. What we're really doing here. And I just, like I said, I want the best for them. Like, and it doesn't always come out that way, but as long as they're learning, like one thing I always say about my teams is regardless what the score is, what the record is, always hustle. Hustle for 4 quarters. And that's one thing that I pride myself on because it goes a long way. And then like we're other gyms and the refs and other parents from other towns, they went like, your girls hustle from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. It's gonna come. They're a lot better than, but it comes with the preparation of it and just telling them that they can do it. They can do it. Like I feel like this generation is so negative. They're so negative. So like anything that goes wrong is the end of the world. Anything that goes wrong is the end of the world. So I try to reassure them that you're gonna make mistakes.
Why is that though? Because I'm gonna ask you this because you're involved with them. A brother posted something the other day. He was like, yo, you know, these kids at 15 are talking about suicide. When I was 15, I wanted to sell crack. It was funny. I laughed.
Yeah.
Because when I was 15, suicide was
not a thing.
Depression,
not a thing.
All that. What? If you was suicide, you was like, hold up, bro. What do you like? But now it's so present.
Yeah.
Like you said, something go wrong, they ready to.
Yeah. I think I think it's what they see. I think social media too. What else is what they watch? Remember, like they watch way more TV and other stuff than we did. It got to one point, our parents would come turn the TV over. Get out. You get kicked out the house. To go to your friend's house.
Or we ran out the house.
Yeah, one or the other. Like
after the chores was done,
you do your chores, you
Saturday,
dishes, vacuum, whatever, put your clothes up, get out. And you better be back by the time the street line or you staying at somebody else, you better make the call and let me know you there.
And I need to talk to their mother.
Yep, right off the rip. So like I think it's a things
what they're consuming.
It's what they're consuming, what they have. What's available to them.
What's available to them right in front. And the thing about it is, I'm saying this as a parent. I remember I took shot for him. He had a backup phone.
Yeah.
I'm asleep. At night, he on the backup phone. Like, so we didn't have a backup phone. You had a house phone.
You had a house phone.
You can't talk on the
phone. And don't call after 9.
Right.
So
and my parents wasn't having that with the phone. You ain't having no phone in your room.
Exactly.
So it was a very select few. So when it was shut down, it was shut down.
Yeah.
I remember being on punishment, sitting in the dark in my room, just.
You got no choice but to go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Now it's.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like they're so, like even us now, like we're so, even though it's new to us, we're on our phones a lot too. That we're not used to, but whatever. But at the end of the day, like we can still adapt. We don't always have to be on our phones. We can go out and still enjoy ourselves. Like they'll go out and pay $120, $150 to do something and sit right there and be the whole road just on their phones. And they might be talking to each other while they on their phones.
But you know what's crazy? We do that too. We go spend $2,000 for a section to do this all night.
Yeah.
To show some bottles. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy how social media even captivated us adults. 'Cause
Yeah.
when everybody was laying out the clothes on Instagram, we start following suit. They posting the food,
Do
we
that
start
too.
following. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then after a while, like, hold up, I'm
It
past.
seemed like a popularity.
Like,
contest.
now I'm past.
Yeah, I'm good
not.
off
It's
of that.
just,
yeah,
you get a new whip, or I'm standing in front of the car. Nah, I don't even want. You know what I mean? You grow out of those things. So we as adults, yeah, we definitely. It's for everybody, man. I'm gonna ask you this, man. If you had one coach to pick his brain face to face, who would it be? I'm gonna say 3 coaches.
One coach.
I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna give you 3.
One coach. Tom Izzo.
And why?
One, I love Michigan State. That was my dream school.
Okay.
That was my dream school. I still rock heavy with it now. I got the gear and everything. They play, I watch. I just love his passion for coaching and how he develops. He doesn't always get the best players, but he develops all his players. He sets them up for the best way to succeed. And it was something that took on to me early, back in the 98 and early 2000 when Mateen Cleaves and Mo Peterson and Jason Richardson and all of them was there. So that love for that school and actually him, like he's one of the reasons I got into coaching, just seeing it. Like I could do this. I could lead others as well. Number 2, I would say, wow, this is a tough question. Probably go football with Nick Saban. Nick Saban, he's just a leader of people. Like, even from now, his coaching career is done. He's on College Game Day, and he's still leading there. And, like, he just, when you know what you want and you know how you got to do it, you go do it. He sets a plan, he executes it, and he makes everybody better. Even his best players, he holds accountable. Like some coaches, when they have their best players, they're scared to say something to their best player. They're scared to coach their best players because they think like, oh, I'm good, I'm just gonna leave. He don't care about that. He wants the same thing from every single person all the time.
And he'll tell you, yo, go ahead. I got somebody else waiting.
I don't need you. So that right there will put something in your mind too, because you so used to everybody
needing you,
patting you on the back, this, that, and third. So now you get humbled because there's 40, 45 people that's just like you here on this team. And
you got one of the greatest coaches telling you, yo, I don't need you.
I don't need you. That hurts.
That hurts.
That's
like your parent.
That makes you step back in line.
That's literally like your mother and father telling you, I don't need you.
They're disappointed in you, too. Yeah. So that gets you back in line. That makes you reach new limits that you didn't think you could reach. And I would say the last one would be my coach that I had in high school, Gregory Barnes.
Shout out to him.
Rest in peace. He passed away a couple of years ago. But he's the person that told me that I was going to be a coach. He saw it in me my 10th grade year. He used to tell me all the time, like, since you're the point guard, you know all the plays, you know all this, you're already halfway there as to being a coach. It's like you get in people's ear when things don't go right. Like you change a lot once you enter the game or you start the game or whatever. He said, I could really see you being a coach. So when I first got the coaching job, I called him, I let him know. He just was like, I told you. But also, like when I was at William Patterson, I used to come back home and go to the games, he's coaching and, pick his brain or whatever. It's just like, he instilled that into me now, and I still take a lot of things that he taught me when I was playing for him now. And it's funny because some of our my past teammates that we all meet up and stuff, we quote him all the time, and we all meet. Like we quote him all the time. Like he was a real good dude. There was nothing like he wouldn't do for you. He'll crack jokes with you, but also, kick you in the butt when you needed it.
Right.
Like give you real love, but tough love. Like, but also he wanted us to become men and know that, like, you at one point you're gonna become protectors, you're gonna become fathers, uncles, godfathers, whatever it is like you gotta take that and embrace it. Because not everything is, sometimes things are out of our control. So when things are out of our control, you can't pout about it.
Or panic.
Handle it. and how you're going to handle it. Who would you need to talk to handle the situation to get better with it? So like him, I really wish he was here right now so he could see it. Not because of the proud, it's because I know that regardless of whatever good I would do, he was like, it's still more. It's still more. So I try to tell myself that as well. So.
And you install that into these kids
Yeah.
too. I like to, before we close out, I like to do a word game, man.
Okay.
One word, tell me what it means to you. Family.
Everything.
Okay.
Can't do anything without family, man. Regardless if you guys are the highest of highs or the lowest of lows, you have to find that balance. So family. I'm really, really big on family. Like growing up, it was mostly I had my friends, I got my friends, but mostly it was my family members. We were all close in age, so we did things together. So like and that's why I try to instill in them too, like the family aspect of it.
Okay. Sports.
Love. It's sports. It can be more than one thing. It's everything I need. It's everything I need. Like it really keeps me going right now. Cause regardless of what sport it is, it just keeps me going all the time. Like I love sports. I watch anything: hockey, golf, tennis. Like it doesn't matter.
I thought I was that person. I thought I was the only person I think I'm older now. I do that more now than anything. Like I'm watching soccer now.
I watch that too.
I'm watching golf. I'm watching tennis, and I'm just like, yo, just sport. It's just the love, the passion, just the opportunity. The Maroon Raiders.
My first love. Like, I love my city. I love my town. I love Inglewood. And sometimes that's a gift and a curse. But because I have people in my circle like, it might be time for a new
regime.
New something, go here, go
right.
here, get calls here to come here. But it's just something about leaving your home that's not finished that you just can't grasp. So like, I feel like I have so much to do here left, whether it goes through or not, but I can't leave
Without putting forth
without feeling like I have more to accomplish here. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, that I didn't come to high school here, that I ended up coming back here as an adult with more knowledge to give to everybody else, because who's to say that would have happened if I came here?
I don't think it would have.
I don't think so either.
Because I think the opportunity to spread your wings is where you're supposed to land.
Like I said, with the diverse and everything, you
Right.
start seeing the world differently.
Knowing how to deal with kids
That
differently.
they haven't seen yet.
That don't have a clue.
Because there's a lot of people that don't leave Inglewood at all.
At all.
That the most they've been to is New York.
Or a family get-together.
That's it.
At a family reunion, they go once a year.
Or they travel down south to other family, but they don't venture out.
Or even be around.
Or get to go to college.
That's not even a thought.
Some of them don't have that. That's why I said, like, even with the college thing, it was great to find out that, like, I was the first male to graduate on both sides of my family. So that added extra motivation on times when you want to quit and you want to be down. It's just like, no, I got to do this so the next group. So my other family members that, it's not time to give up, to keep going.
Right.
So like, also at that time, I had my little sister, she's seeing all of this. Whether she says something or not, like, she watches everything.
She's watching you as she watching her big bro do what he do.
Yeah.
And be happy.
And she's taking that and making it even better, to the point that like I'm looking after you now. Like,
Right.
Like your motivation to do that. Her and my god sister, they're like big motivators to me. Cause they set goals to do what they want to do, and they've done it. And nobody stopped them, whether they have to go here to do it or go here to do it. They call this person to do it, call that person, they get it done. So it's like, it's great to see. And I try to tell them, too, like, sometimes you don't have to always look up to somebody that's older than you. You don't. You want to look up to people that's doing something right. And if it hits you, then want to do right, then keep going with it. So like, never stop. Just always keep going.
Champ, man. 7 years. You in the season. I just want to say congratulations, man, for what you did, man, for the culture here, man.
Thank you.
But not just for the culture, but for the community, bro. And I say that with all due respect, bro. I mean, me and you, we laugh, we joke, we talk sports, man, but to able to sit down with you, bro, honestly was therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
I respect you, champ, and I love you.
Love you
and
more.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you,
know
neighbor.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm like, yo, I need everybody to understand, I sat back and I paid attention. I didn't know the history, I didn't know the story, I didn't know the ins and outs, but I only really wanted to start my year off with somebody from my town that I had to put up there and let them know, yo, I respect my brother and I love him. I ain't want to do it no other way.
Appreciate
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was only right, it was only fitting. You know what I mean? I was able to shoot out there in Dwight at the school, at the field with my son,
Yeah.
but to come sit down with somebody that built something here, bro, 2025, yo, my man, yo, bro, sky's the limit, man.
Yeah.
Yo, let them know, man, what's coming up for young ladies on the basketball scene, man. They want to come out to the next few games, man.
The next game.
And what's going on outside of it, man?
Next game is the 14th. We're here at home at 4:15. Try to get as much support as we can. It goes a long way. So
What time the game start?
4:15, between
Okay.
4 o'clock, 4:15, maybe 4:30 the latest, because I don't have a freshman or JV team yet. COVID kind of messed that up, so I'm building that back. The expectations is just to learn, have fun, make yourself better on the court, off the court. Learn what we instill here. Take that and, because somebody else is going to need that at another time. So you can never stop learning. And I tell them that too, like regardless if you're in school, out of school, you're always going to learn. You always got to learn. You always got to open your mind up to learn new things as well. So I try to practice what I preach as well.
Okay.
So like, same thing I tell them, I try to bring it on my end too as well.
Okay.
So.
My man. Yo, you know what it is. The boys, the voice of the culture, man. Dwight High School. There's no other place to be, man. If you're from Inglewood, this is it. You already know this is our Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
This is our Hardwood Classic. This is our NBA TV. This is everything, man. And I'm with my brother, my neighbor. And more banners to come, more victories personally, and just more greatness, man. And thank you, man, for believing in me and giving me the opportunity, man.
Thank you for seeing me and bringing me in, man.
You know what it is, the voice of the culture, man. Coach Milt, the franchise. That's it.
Brother.